go for it. So Django admin start project, admin test. Sweet. CD admin test. And then we'll make a directory for apps, CD apps. And it turns out that in Django, or in Python 3.3 and above, you don't need to do the initpy, but let's still do it because we aren't using that version of Python. And now we're going to make a directory for our project. So our app, start app, test user. Great. So now let's go ahead and go back up and get this thing going. Cool. So pull this on down. Escape out of here. Sorry, the dual screen thing is slowing things down. Great. So now we're sitting in our main file. Got manage.py sitting there. And go into our settings, usual stuff. And we're going to go in and basically jump on in here, make our apps, and so we can include them. And we're going to call test user. Great. So there's that. Let's go for a URL over here. And let's go ahead and say URL r slash, so we don't need anything. Whoa, I do need to end the sentence. Include, and the thing we want to include is apps.testUser. Great. And of course we need to include here. Okay, and so off to test user we go. And we need to include the URLs. Cool. So off into test user, new file, urls.py. Great. Let's make some basic URLs. Let's just grab that first one. And when we do that, we're going to go and just go straight to a model right now and go to our controllers. Sorry. So from Django contrib .auth import .models, sorry, .import user. Great. So there's our users. And our user is basically going to be kind of the same general idea as everything else. But let's go ahead and see what we can do with that user field. All right. So let's create a user, and then let's show all the users right at the beginning. So every time we log into this thing, we're going to create a new user and show all the users. All right. So going back over to our settings, our URLs, we're going to grab this toIndex method and just use that. So def toIndex, toIndex takes request, and that request, whenever we go here, we're going to say user.objects.create user, and this is a custom field, and we can create the different pieces that we want. So here are the fields that we have: our first name, and we need to have a custom username every time, because username is going to be a unique field. And so let's grab random from random, or import random, and let's just import and create a random username. That's a string, so it's going to be a string of random.random and int, and let's make it cool. All right, so we're just creating a random int as our username. Pretty arbitrary, pretty random, but cool. All right, and then let's go to user.objects.all. So let's say users equals user.objects.all. So it has a similar manager, so it's still should be able to go and get all users, and then we should be able to go return render and request. Return render request, and then our application. So test user index.html, and we're going to pass in users and colon users. All right, so let's see what happens when we try to run this. So we need to have a new folder here, or a new file, and that new file is going to have it's going to be templates/testuser /index.html, and in that index.html, let's just go ahead and print out all of our users. For user in users, user.firstname and user.id. Oh, username is what we want. Sorry. Username. That's all one word. And 4. All right, so there we go. All right, let's see what happens, see how ugly this gets. So Python manage py, migrate, or make migrations. Oh, so line 22 on my urls.py. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Line 22, that looks okay. And line 22. So that looks like it should be okay as well, but except for the fact that I'm missing that parentheses, and I can't spell include. So multiple things wrong there. All right, users equals users objects.all, line 8. So I must be missing something there. All right, users equals users.all. Again, I'm probably missing a parentheses. Yep. Cool. All right, so Python manage py migrate, make all of our migrations, and then Python manage py run server. Great. Now if we go to localhost 8000. All right. Oh, random int. Sorry, so it should be like random int. So let's just make sure I have it right. Python random int. Rand int lowercase. Rand int. All right, so back to the wonderful world we go. And we'll just refresh there. All right, Mike 47, Mike 71, Mike 26. These are all new users that we've gotten. Fantastic. So we successfully created new users using our authorization model. Yay us.